It is important to not always be predictable and sometimes to play unconventionally in Dark Souls 3. Take for instance in this scenario, I'm in the arena using a greatsword which has a terrible matchup with any reactive player, and I come across a tryhard who's trying to only reactive punish me because he can roll every single hit. So I go in and I try to attack him, he's just rolling around me, and eventually he sets up and tries to backstab fish me even whilst I'm R1 mashing because I can't hit him. So I realise I'm going to have to do something else, so I set up an R2 and I beat him into an R1 and then absolutely demolish him. It just goes to show you have to sometimes play unconventionally. Another example of this was I was playing a passive Dark Moon Blade buff washing pole guy. So he was mostly playing reactive, trying to keep away from me, going for running attacks and punishes, the typical stuff. And one of the mistakes I made was I got too predictable here, was I set up Perseverance and then I started just going for running attacks. So I was trying to close the distance because this guy kept running away from me. So I was just setting up running attack, running attack, running attack, and eventually he got a very easy setup parry on my running attack. Now, having played a lot of katana users, I knew that he was going to go immediately for the weapon art roll catch on wake up, so I just got up, parried him, and then riposted him back for being too predictable himself. So I made the mistake of getting too predictable with my running attacks and running into a parry, and then he fell straight for my trap and immediately went for a parry. Of course I knew once he was back up he was just going to try to parry spam to get me again, so I was trying to go for unparryable stuff, throwing items to finish him, jumping attacks, you know, basically stuff that wasn't going to get me parried back. When I swapped to Castus, however, and I used Perseverance, I noticed he then started panic rolling, and because he was panic rolling, it was very easy to set up a running attack. But again, just don't be too predictable, change up your strategies, and just keep improving.